Please, can you count all the note takers from the call? So, welcome everyone to the session. Once again, it's so great to have you on the call with us. My name is Omomi Victoria Samson. I am one of the co-founders at Amdari, and I'm also the Chief Technology and Business Officer. And of course, I have the honor to facilitate the conversation today. So just give me a minute, my screen is coming up. We're treating a very interesting topic, and it's actually on cover letters. And we will touch briefly on, just a minute, I thought I was opening this up. Yeah, I think my screen is coming up now. Yeah. So we're going to be touching briefly on supporting statements also, and I will be sharing a couple of resources with everybody who is on the call, everyone who's gracing us with their presence. I'll be sharing a couple of resources that'll be very, very helpful. But let's get straight into the session. Just a minute. Sorry, guys. All right. So let's get to know each other, guys. So I'd like you to use the chat, please. If you're joining us for the first time, type 1 in the chat. You're joining for the second, third time, type 3 in the chat. So I want to know those joining us for the first time, those joining. Okay, awesome. Welcome to the session. Okay, let me pin myself. For every new person on the call, welcome everybody. We are so happy to have you here. So, okay, Ife is typing 3. So I guess Ife is joining us for the third time. Can I get more responses? I've only seen Joshua type. I've only seen man. Let me just say ready. Let me call the last part of your text. Okay, welcome back, Titilola. Welcome for the first time, OCJ. Welcome, Emmanuel. Welcome, Kufre. Nice to have you here. Trust me, we're going to have fun, guys. That I can guarantee you. Apart from fun, we're going to learn so much. We're going to share knowledge, and I would also love to hear from you. I love to engage my people. So I love the energy so far in the room. So keep it coming, because there will be more, things that we're going to discuss on the call today. Yes, so what are we treating? Cover letters are convert, writing for UK employers as an immigrant professional, rather. So what is the session all about? We'll get into that briefly, but let me introduce myself fully. And of course, I'll still like to get to know you guys. We'll still come to that. My name is Omomi Victoria Samson. I mentioned that already. I also mentioned that I am one of the co-founders here at Amdari. I'm also the Chief Technology and Business Officer. I have close to a decade experience working in tech. I've worked as a developer, I've worked as a product manager, and I have also worked as a business analyst. Now, in the last 2 years, through the work that we do at Amdari, I have been doing one major thing, which is helping professionals transition into tech. Now, it doesn't stop there. I mentioned how I was a developer, product manager, blah, blah, blah. Simply means I was once a job seeker. And then being someone who has been building for the last couple of years, and of course, that also means one thing. It means I have also been in the shoes of an employer, which simply puts me at the point where I can tell you I have experienced both worlds, both ends of the recruitment table, the job seeker and also the employer, right? So I can tell you for a fact where alignment needs to happen, I have it. What you need to do in order to be that candidate that is seen as, oh, okay, this is the guy we need. I also will be sharing that. So I'll be sharing from personal experience, not random knowledge that you can get off any platform, right? Actual experience, things that I personally have seen work out. I worked with a couple of companies before I built something of my own. So I wouldn't tell you that, oh, I never had an experience working for someone or working anywhere. Sorry, guys. So yes, so that's exactly where you'll be learning from. Now, the work we do at Amdari is remarkable and quite amazing, which is what I would like us to know, especially the newbies on the call. I know we have old timers, but for the new or first timers, Amdari is a platform that purely focuses on work experience. We help you gain real world experience through internship. Now, what you do is work on projects across different industries, from healthcare to the civil service to fintech, or even startups or scale-ups. You work on projects from these sectors, and these are projects that become proof of your competence, proof of your capacity, and proof of you working in the UK client. Okay, so the career paths we currently focus on at Amdari are the ones you see on my screen, which is data analytics, data science, business analysis, project management, SOC analysis, and also GRC, which is governance, risk, and compliance. These are the career paths. By the way, these two fall under cybersecurity for the cyber guys on the call. Now, these are the career paths that we currently focus on. So once again, I would like to exercise your thumbs. So if you've taken a course in any of the career paths listed on my screen, can I see your thumbs up? You've not taken a course, you can give me thumbs down. If you're unable to locate the thumbs up off the bat, just look at your screen, you'll see a face emoji. Once you see a face emoji, click on that face emoji. You see thumbs up, you see thumbs down, and then select from there. Now, Joshua says he cannot see my screen. Can anyone see my screen, please? Can you guys see my screen? Let me be sure that I guess people can see my screen, but thank you all. Thank you so much. So we have a lot of people that have taken course. You can't see my screen? Guys, can you see my screen, please? Okay. So, hi, Lape. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. The no is for the screen or for the course? Is it for the screen or for the course? Let me be sure. All right. Okay. So I guess people can see my screen. Thank you very much. Awesome. So yes, these are the career paths we focus on. The reason why I asked if we've taken a course is because 100%, right? It is important to start with learning before you go for an apprenticeship, before you go for practice, anything like that comes with a prerequisite, which is I have taken a course, I have background knowledge, I have foundational knowledge. Now, Ife says we can, okay, sorry, you said no data engineering? Yes. So we have kind of hit the max, that's capacity-wise, of the number of people we can take for data engineering. So we don't have data engineering, and I'm not sure it's coming back anytime. Okay, so yes, if we do not have data engineering anymore. I hope you enrolled already, and I hope it's not what I'm thinking. I hope it's not that you were planning to join data engineering and you are yet to join and now it's off the list, right? Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I mean. Like the capacity is filled today. Okay, since you've enrolled, that's great. That's great. Okay. Also. I think okay, that means your name was what I saw also. So you're actually, you enrolled at the very break of time. So don't worry, you're good. Okay. So it's new intakes for data engineering that we can't take anymore. So since you've enrolled, you're good. So the success rate of the internship at Amdari is solid because for us, out of every 10 intern, about 6 of them land jobs. That's about 60% success rate. Now that number increases to 9 because we keep supporting you. One thing you get with Amdari is continuous support until you get the job, 100%, right? So it's not a case of, oh, I'm enrolling and then I start the internship, then I wasn't able to get the job. That is not what comes with this internship. Okay, so, and I'll be playing a video for us from one of our interns who was able to secure a job within a month. But before I do that, let's talk about the interview success rate also. Now, for you to work on projects at Amdari and cover 5 to 6 in 4 months, that means each project needs to be completed in 2 to 3 weeks, right? So let me take that again. This internship at Amdari is for 4 months. In the course of that 4 months, you will cover 5 to 6 projects. Now, that 5 to 6 projects you cover have deadline. Some projects would have 2 weeks deadline. Some other projects would have 3 weeks deadline. Okay, so each of these projects you complete becomes what we add to your CV and your portfolio. Okay, so at the end of the day, if you look at 5 weeks down the line, you've covered 2 projects and you've completed 2 projects. What this simply means is you have enough evidence for us to revamp your CV with. Now, that CV we're revamping based off this evidence you've built simply means start applying to jobs. Do not wait until the internship is over. start applying to jobs. And now that's why most of our interns land their first interview in 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks. And most of them also land jobs around that time because trust me, whatever job vacancy you see, whatever job posting you see, it's there because there is an urgency. They need to fill a role, they need to fill a gap, there is an inefficiency problem happening, and they need to solve that problem. So it's not like they just make the posting for some say, no, already they need you. Okay, so once you see that job posting, most times the hiring is already in full gear. So bear in mind, it is very important to be job ready also. So for our interns, they land jobs quite early into the program. Now, I mentioned earlier that I would like to play the video of one of our interns who was successful in the program. Her name is Laura. And for every intern who got a job while in this program, they always attribute that success to the internship. So let's listen to Laura for just a minute and then I will be back. Okay, why is it not playing? Sorry guys. I think that
So
yeah. That's actually from my end. Sorry.
yeah, I know you mentioned it before, but can you just just talk in specific terms, the things about Amdari or the experiences or the Amdari processes that actually contributed to the success of you landing this role?
Okay, so when I joined Amdari, I was told that within 2 months of joining Amdari, you're gonna get a job because I've been having so many jobs here, and I was like, okay, I wasn't skeptical because I saw the reviews on Instagram before joining Amdari. I was like, let's see how it goes. I wasn't expecting in my wildest dreams that I'm going to land this role within 1 month. I just joined Amdari last month. So this Amdari internship program really helped me, to be very honest. It helped me. It helped me. And I became very proud of myself. I was able to get some insights into, here in the UK, they would say, oh, it's very difficult for an immigrant to get very lovely jobs, corporate jobs, and all of that. It was very hard to believe. But Amdari helped me see that this is very possible. You can learn whatever you want to. You can get that job. So Amdari has really opened my eyes to, opportunities and how to get these opportunities, to be honest.
All right.
Awesome.
So I had to reach out to us.
So can I see your thumbs up if you heard everything that Laura said? Can I see your thumbs up? Beautiful. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. So that's actually Laura's experience. She got the job within a month, but everybody's timeline is different. So not all our interns get jobs in a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. No, some of them get it after the internship. The only guarantee I can give you on this call today is we work with you until you get the job. Yes, we established something, which is the alumni community. What this community does is it's a community where we keep working with you. Now, let me define this alumni community so you don't misinterpret what the activities that happen there is all about. So this community is simply for us to continually support your job application process. Not just, oh, let's just have you here when you need reference letter, we are here to respond. No, it's for us to keep supporting you until you get the job. So we do that with every intern who is here. This is one of our interns. His name is Samuel. And then he sent this message. Hi guys, it's a good news. I just landed a business intelligence engineer role this week. Thank you so much, Amdari and Talent Loop. Talent Loop is our offshoot service. So you can see on his LinkedIn, data engineering consultant, right? So he got that business intelligence engineer role a month after his internship. That tells you that regardless of whether you are still in the program or done with the program, you still get the kind of job application support that you deserve. Now, right here, this person says, good morning, everybody. Please, who are those in charge of reference feedback? That's because in addition to this job application support and everything that you get, we also provide you reference letter. Getting a job in the UK is not just about, oh, I have experience. They want to also be sure that you have the right cultural fit, you're exposed to their work culture, and you understand how it plays out. Okay, so this is another person who got a job. She was still in the process of applying here, so she was still getting emails on moving to the next stage after the next stage, and it kept going on like that. So right here, you can see the congratulatory message and her moving to the next stage, which was a remote video interview. And she sent this to one of the employability team members at Amdari. And of course, the whole person attached. So one thing I can tell you is we keep supporting you until you get the job. The only time you're on your own is when you're in that interview room. Like, this is now you, God, and every preparation that you have made. At that point, Amdari is not there with you, but we prep you for every job interview. So trust me, you're not doing this alone. You're not figuring it out alone, right? So that's exactly how this plays out. So what are we covering in conversation today? Cover letter that converts, okay? And how exactly you can write one. Now, this might sound like cover letter. It's not every recruiter that even reads it. Is it even necessary? You're right, not every recruiter reads it, but what role does it play? Because one thing I tell people is you have to tick every box. Don't tick 1, 2 boxes when you have 5 and you could actually tick all 5, right? Don't tick 3, 4 when you could actually tick all 4. So there are some things that we shouldn't just handle lightly. We should still pay attention to it, more like being very detailed in your job application process. Now, beyond cover letter, like I mentioned earlier, we're also going to talk about supporting statements. That's because this is also very solid. And I'll be sharing a couple of resources on this as we proceed. So I'll be sharing some samples, like templates of cover letters, templates of supporting statements for public service, whether NHS, whether civil service, you name it. So I'd like you to fill the attendance form that my colleague is going to drop in the chat. And once you fill, if you filled it before, for old timers, people who have joined my session before, you don't need to fill it. But if you're joining me for the first time, please ensure that you fill that attendance form so that you can receive these materials. If you've joined me before, I am still going to share it with you. Okay, you would still receive it. Or let's do let's do this. Everybody fill it. You've joined me before, you've not joined me before. Everybody fill the attendance form. So my colleague is going to drop it in the chat right about now. So Jennifer, please drop the attendance form. Like I said, supporting statement templates will be sent to your DM for any sector, and especially for career switching statements or whatnot. So it's a very solid document I'll be sharing with you. Cover letter and supporting statements. Cover letter is more like a brief. Supporting statement is more detailed. Okay, so I don't want you to miss out on any of these two. That's why I want you to fill that attendance form and you would receive everything that I would love to share with you. So guys, I want us to stay locked in. I said earlier, this session is not going to be a waste of your time. That's because it is going to be impactful and we're going to actually gain so much. So I need, because we would get practical at some point. So please set aside your CV. As we're on this call, just have your CV handy, somewhere close, right? It might be that you've opened it up on your tab. Don't worry, you're not sharing your screen. I would just want you to do something. I would want you to fix your cover letter on this call. For the supporting statement, you can fix that one once I send you the email that I would send. You can fix it because of time. So cover letter is the one that we can quickly fix on this call. Okay, so except of course you're not applying to jobs and you don't care about getting a tech job, but please can I see your thumbs up if you're currently actively looking for a tech role, whether you're transitioning, whether you're already applying, even if you've not started applying, but that's already the intention. Thank you, Emmanuel Feolua, thank you. If that's already the intention, can I see your thumbs up? Thank you, Luatosi. Hafiz, I believe that's a thumbs up. Lape, I believe that's a thumbs up. I really hope I'm pronouncing Lape's name right. All right. So guys, please let me see. Okay, awesome, Lisa. Thank you very much. So as long as we are actively at that point, I don't think we should overlook the place of cover letter, right? I don't think we should. So what I said I want you to do, set your CV aside, then go to any job board, whether it's Indeed, whether it's NHS jobs, whether it's civil service jobs, whether it's LinkedIn, open that on another tab. Just keep it aside, okay? We'll come to all this, but I just want you to have some very important things handy. So when we get there, we're not wasting time and saying, oh, I would need you to get this, and then everybody's trying to get it, and we're already running out of time. So we're using this to buy time. So just set all this aside, your CV, and then open ChatGPT, okay? Open ChatGPT and keep it aside also. So that's three tabs, or maybe two. The other tab is job board. The other tab is ChatGPT, and the other one is your CV. I know that's on your local drive. Yeah. So just make sure that you have it close by. Now, I want you to also invite a friend to this session, because what's better than winning alone? It is winning in a squad. So please, or rather winning as a squad. So please invite your friends that you know will benefit from a conversation like this. You know, oh, there's this person, we spoke about this a couple of days ago. I think she'd love to be here. Please share with them, okay? Now, we already said this. UK employers, maybe not, still read cover letters. Do they do that? Do they not do that? Now, large organizations don't necessarily read cover letters, but trust me, that's also where the challenge comes, right? Oh, you can't open tabs. That's fine. Well, you can actually. There is a way you open tabs on Chrome. There's a way you do that. I wish time can permit me, I can show you. Because maybe someone can describe it for you in the comment. But there is a way you do that on your phone. Yeah. So, but we'll come to that, Emmanuel. Don't worry. So large organizations don't necessarily read them. Not that they don't, guys. Don't quote me, okay? Not that they don't, but sometimes they don't, and that's because they have a lot of applicants, like a whole lot. So that might be overwhelming. So they quickly focus on what's important. The minute they also narrow it down, then they can now say, okay, maybe let's take a look at other things that can help us decide. So CVs, or rather cover letters, are like major deciding factors. So you need to know that having it is not bad, even if you're applying to a very big company. Now, smaller companies like startups, they prioritize it, they read it, right? Am I saying they all read it? No, I'm not saying they all read it, but majority of smaller companies do. They don't get the volume of application that bigger companies get, and that gives them time to read it. Also, because the company is small, maybe the channel to which they published their job vacancy is not as big. So not a lot of people apply, so they get to have enough time to read it. So trust me, having this cover letter can really help you, because you get to express yourself, like your personality. Your CV is very, very formal. Cover letter is formal, but at least you get to tell them about you. And it's something that gets them to decide on whether they want to meet you. They get curious about who you are or your personality. And I think this person is interesting. I would like to meet Yusuf. Okay, so as a career switcher, I would say this is extremely needed, because it just adds an extra layer of insight for that employer or recruiter, whoever is reading or going through your CV. It just adds an extra layer. So I would advise that you should please add it. Honestly, I would advise that you should add it, whether you're applying to a big company or smaller company. It can really help you with, and you never can tell. Like, you never can tell. It is always those things that we didn't pay so much attention to. So what's the biggest myth? This is where it gets interesting. This is where the session really starts. Now, the biggest myth is, and it's not just about cover letter, it's about general job application. Like I said earlier, I've been a job seeker myself, and I have also been hiring in the last couple of years. And I was once someone who thought that way. They're hiring. Oh, an opportunity for me to leave my current job. They're hiring. Oh, a great opportunity for me to get a better pay. This company is hiring. Oh, a great opportunity for me to transition into this role. That is what I used to see. Guys, if you see it this way also, can I see your thumbs up? When you see a job vacancy, it's already telling you better pay, an opportunity to leave this your current job, whether toxic or not, right? An opportunity to get something better, something more flexible, something remote, because this one is hybrid, this one is on site. So this is an opportunity for me to have more time. Thank you very much, guys. So we see it as an opportunity for us to just have something better on whatever level it falls. It just signals something better. Obviously, you leave your current job not to repeat whatever you're experiencing, but to have something better, whether it's pay rise, whether it's title upgrade, or just transitioning into something that is more in alignment with your career goal. Whatever the case is, you see it an opportunity towards bettering yourself or your account balance. Now, that's valid, but that's not how you approach job applications. You don't approach job applications like this, because to the recruiters, it's not about you. And this is the person that holds all the aces. So if they are the ones that hold all the aces, then you want to align with exactly what they need. So yes, why you're changing your job, why you're applying to this role is valid. Opportunity for better pay, all that I listed, it's very valid. But it's not how you approach this with them. You make sure that you are in alignment with their own need, their own pain as a business, right? Because that job title exists because a problem exists first. They are not hiring because they want to help humanity. They are not hiring because it would be fancy to have a cybersecurity analyst on our team, don't you think? No, that's not why they're hiring. They're not hiring because, oh, how can we call ourselves a team that works on different projects and we don't have a project manager? They are not hiring because of that. They're hiring because there is actually a serious need for that person, for that PM, for that cybersecurity guy, for that data analyst. So when you're positioning during your job application, you need to understand why you are needed, or let me say why someone carrying your job title is needed, so that you make it easy for them to see you as the right fit, as the right candidate, as the person they need to choose, because you're not the only one applying. There are other people applying as you. So if people see cover letters and they think it's about them, about their career trajectory, their success, how inspiring their journey is, that is wrong. So do not create a cover letter of 5, 10 pages, of course, exaggeration, don't mind me, but let's just be realistic, right? Do not create a cover letter of 2 pages, right? And just pour in so many inspiring or inspirational stuff. No, do not do that. It's beautiful, it's great. You can share like a bit of that with them when you get to go into the interview space. But before then, please just focus on how exactly you would help them so that they pick. You just want that call. You want them to call you for that interview. So make it about them. How do you make it about them? Their question is simple. Can this person solve the problem we're hiring for? Like I said, the job title exists because there is a problem, not because they want to help humanity, not because it would be cool to get more people off menial jobs and get them into this tech space, into the healthcare space, into no. That's not why, right? So your inspirational journey can be left for some parts of the interview. But right now, they haven't even met you. I don't know Emmanuel, but I'm seeing Emmanuel on paper, on his CV, on his cover letter. I might meet Emmanuel actually and really like him and really be impressed. But if Emmanuel does not do a good job in impressing me on paper, I might miss out on working with someone as cool as Emmanuel. I'll take that again. I might miss out on working with someone as cool and brilliant and strategic as Emmanuel. Now, what do I mean? I said this statement so that you would know that you are actually needed. It's not a case of I am at the mercy of the company. The only reason you see it that way is because they have options. If Emmanuel doesn't look like the guy I need, I can move on to Yusuf. If Yusuf doesn't look like the guy I need, I can move on to OCJ, right? If OCJ doesn't look like the guy I need, I can move on to Ife. That's why you guys see it as though I'm at the mercy of the employer. You are not at the mercy of the employer. You only feel this way because you're making it difficult for them to pick you. So they are dropping you and moving on, dropping you and moving on. Why I said missing out on how awesome someone is earlier is because as a founder, right, one major prayer is, God, I want to work with the best talent. I don't know how much you guys read about talents, about founding stories, about the best teams ever that some founders, some successful founders have worked with. They will always tell you, oh, my team is this. Oh, this is how my team was built. This is how my company hires. If you don't do this or look like this or look like that, we're not going to take you. That's because we can only work with the brilliant guys, blah, blah, blah. And a company that wins is a company that is able to hire the best hands. And also, all of those things. This tells you that companies also want the best guys. So when you make yourself appear like the best, right, from that pool of talent that they are reviewing, trust me, they will choose you, because it's a game of picking you or you or you or you. And it is very, very exhausting to say you're going through a pile of submissions and you can't find the person that looks like what you need for this role after reviewing 50 CVs, 20 CVs, 10 CVs, you're still there. You've not found your guy. You finally shortlist some people, and after interviewing 5 people, 6 people, you still don't have your guy. Oh my God, it is very frustrating. It's overwhelming and it's not fun. I promise you guys. So imagine I get to just review 3, 4, 5 CVs, and I already spot Emmanuel, and I interview Emmanuel, and I already like Emmanuel, and I pick Emmanuel. That's awesome for me because I did not have to go through the entire talent pool to find one person. So for the recruiters, it is stressful to say they're hiring. So you make it easy for them. When your CV represents you the right way, they spot your intelligence fast, they call you for an interview. And when they speak to you in that interview, truly, you are as skilled as you described yourself on your CV and your cover letter. So I tell people at the end of the day, your certificate, your CV, your cover letter, all of that will do the job of helping you secure an interview. But you truly want to be good. Please, guys, if you don't take anything away from the conversation today, take one thing, right? And that is 100% becoming skilled and good at your job. That's the essence of this, becoming skilled and good. So if you're looking to transition into data engineering, business analysis, project management, data science, and you've taken the course already, amazing. It doesn't stop there. That's not the finish line. Oh, I've taken the course. Let me start looking for a job. Let me start applying. Somebody resigned 3 months ago from a job. They are in the same job market as you. Somebody was fired, whether fired or not, they have experience, they have skills, they've learned. In fact, that firing might have taught them a lesson like, oh, never again. I've learned from this mistake. I'll do better in my next job. They will take that knowledge, apply to another job. You are in the same market as these guys. How are you going to beat them? You have to be skilled. So everything I'm going to say about, oh, your CV, your cover letter, your this, your that, when they eventually, and you think they don't know, remember I also said we're opening up ChatGPT today, right? We would use ChatGPT to take a look at how you can revamp or fix your cover letter. But ChatGPT is not going to be the final results, right? Whatever we get from ChatGPT is a draft, guys. It's just to help you with the structure. And it's because this is the, maybe first, second, or third time that you're having a proper conversation like this. It's to help with the draft. It's not for you to and submit. Please do not do that. It's a draft. It's to give you format and structure. Then you would get that and then put in your personality and revamp what ChatGPT has given you. Okay, that's what we're going to do today. So please bear in mind that these companies are asking, and a winning cover letter is going to tell them exactly how you are going to solve their problem, which we are going to cover. So don't make your cover letter say something like, I'm writing to express my interest. Sure, we know you're interested in the job. That's why we received your application. But your cover letter should not speak like that. I am passionate, always dreamed of. I believe I would be a great fit. We know you would say all that, right? But trusting your words alone right now will do us no good. Can you just show me something that would make me trust you? What do I mean? Guys, I want us to take a look at something practically, right? You're speaking to 2 tailors, and I don't know why I didn't have that, but I'm going to go there right now. Just give me a minute, okay? I'm going to share something with us, and I want us to just take a look at these pages, because sometimes I believe most people are visual beings, so it would be nice to just be able to visualize some things that we discuss. So that's why I would go there right now, just to show us something real quick, okay? So one thing I want to just mention and make us realize is the place of your competence, how you're portraying it. Okay, so saying I am passionate, yes, I'm not going to say you're lying, right? But am I convinced enough? Do I have the confidence in everything that Emmanuel is saying? So I'm speaking to Emmanuel during an interview. Guys, best believe that I'm meeting Emmanuel for the first time, right? So Emmanuel is telling me how passionate he is, how he has always desired to work in project management, how much of a leader he has always been, even from birth, blah, blah, blah. He says all that. Now, I'm not doubting that Emmanuel is lying or saying the truth, but I am just not, I'm not convinced that much. And then there is someone else who is showing me how they have done that in practical. Okay, now you're looking at these 2 Instagram pages. All right, you're looking at this Instagram page. It's loading, guys. Sorry. This is Taylor A's Instagram. All right. Now, this is everything this Taylor has on his page. Now, you're looking at this other Taylor, Taylor B. This is everything he has on his page. Guys, who are you going to work with? Are you working with A? Just type in the chat. Are you working with A or you're working with B? You don't know them, guys. We don't know them. Just the same way a recruiter will be meeting you for the first time via your CV. They don't know you. So which one are you? Who is the person? Thank you, guys. I see the comments. Let me see. Kufre says B. Olufumilayo says B. Debbie says B. Lolo says B. Awesome. We're going with B because what I see with B is first real people. In fact, look at somebody on his wedding day rocking this Taylor B's suit. So I can already see a couple of things. Oh, look at this client. He delivers. The suit looks nice. He really made this amazing. I can already picture what I will get from B. Do you agree, guys? We can already see that, okay, he makes tuxedos, he makes I don't know the other names of suits, but you guys, blazer, aha. He makes all these. I can see it. Look at his showroom, look at all these. I can see, look at testimonials, right? Absolutely flawless. The fit, the fabric, the detail. Kene is a true master. This person says Kene understood exactly what I wanted and made it happen. You see all this on his page. You're definitely going with him because of one thing, guys. You have no reason to doubt. That is it. You have no reason to doubt. That's why you're going with him. With this person, we have so many reasons to doubt. Sketches. So it's telling me that you're learning. You're telling me on the phone that you've learned, you've taken a course. I'm not saying you're lying. You've taken a course, yes, but what if I give it to you now and you saw something that is not smooth and I'm seeing the line and the stitch and it's all looking so obvious and weird and not smooth? Those are the things that would come to my mind, right? I'm seeing coming soon. I'm seeing sketches. I'm seeing thread. I'm seeing codes. I'm seeing fabrics. This is good. I can tell that you're learning to become a tailor. So what I see here is an aspirant, an enthusiast. But here, what I see is a practitioner, an expert in his field. Now, you want to apply to any job like this man. You want every recruiter to see you as this type of professional. You've got your stuff together. You've been doing this. You've delivered before. So when they speak to you for the first time in an interview, this is who they are hoping to see. Someone that can already make them picture the results they will get if and when they work with you. That makes it easy for them to now say, oh, sure, we can work with this person. So your CV or your cover letter is being ignored because you feel like it's just about inspiring and saying you're passionate. No, right? It is majorly about why they should actually move on to meeting you for a fact. So the recruiter formula I want you to note is, can you do the job is what they're asking. Will you solve my problem is the second thing in their head. And then will you fit into my team is the third thing. Please, guys, I'd like you to take note of this because we're using this when we carry out our practical, okay? We're using this. First formula, can you do the job is the question. Second is, will you solve my problem? And third is, will you fit my team? Let's look at that Taylor instance again. Now, most of us, I would really, really, really like you to put yourself in the shoes of a recruiter you've hired before. That's why I showed us the page of that Taylor, so that we would, because of course we patronize designers, wedding suits, wedding dress, birthday dress or whatnot, right? We patronize different vendors, we patronize different artisans. Okay, so there are things you look out for. Can this guy even do this job? Okay, and my problem right now is I need a tuxedo for my wedding, right? Of course, I'm speaking as a guy now. I need a tuxedo for my wedding. I want to see, like, can he fix the kind of, and the issue I always have with these tailors is the button when it comes to sewing, it doesn't really, all of those things. So I need somebody that can do something very perfect. It might even be body type issue. Oh, my own body type is like this. I need somebody that can get something that would be fitting for my kind of body and all that. You are looking at different things based off your personal issues, right? And because of that, you would want somebody that you can already see from their page or from some samples they would show you that I can deliver. Now, looking at it team-wise, of course, having a bigger team, not just you and this vendor, will this person be able to perform in your team? right? Now, this is very, very important. Before you now proceed to applying to any job, I need you to note it is important to do your research. Do not research our company mission statement about us. That's not the research I'm talking about, guys. Don't go to their website and check company mission statements about us, our vision. Most times, see, in fact, the way some people write their about page, now that there is AI, because I've been building websites before AI, and the way they would put the English together when you reach out to the copywriter, oh, we need the copy, and they would send you some copies that is sounding like, oh, we are revolutionizing the tech sector, we're helping businesses scale. They will just throw in a lot of jargons, right? That's what they write. So
Hi, Amomi. Um, okay, I think Amomi has some network issues. Let's just give her a few minutes to join us back. Let's just give her a few minutes to join us back. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Manuel. Yeah, thank you. Let's just give her a few minutes. All right, so while we wait for Omomi to join us back, I just dropped the link for us to fill the attendance form once more so that you can get all of the materials that is being used in this session. So please just fill the attendance form. And okay, yeah, Omomi is back with us.
yes,
Hi,
yes.
Omomi.
Sorry about that. That was a technical glitch. I'm back now. So yeah, let me go back to sharing my screen. Thank you, Jennifer. So guys, I hope you fill the attendance form because of the resources that I mentioned. Thank you, Ife. So my screen is coming back up. Screen is coming back. Yeah, I think it's up now. Can you guys see my screen? Let me be sure before I assume. I hope you guys can see my screen. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Let me pin myself again. Yeah. Yeah, so as I was saying, right, do not keep your research at the level of about us. You need to read between the lines of the job description. Don't just look at, oh, this company is hiring for a data analyst. It's an NHS trust company. It's in the healthcare space, and that's all you just read, right? Oh, it's a fintech company, or it's a supply chain management tech company. Do not just read that and say you've done your research. You need to read all that. Read the job description. Like literally everything you see on a job posting, you have to read it end to end, top to bottom. Okay. Now, as you read it, the most important part of it is now the job description, and you'd see it because I'm going to be showing you some things they will say they need and exactly how you can match it. It's going to be side by side and it's going to be on my slide. And I will be also sending this slide to you. So if you haven't filled the attendance form, ensure you do that. Whether you've joined us before or not, please just fill it, okay? You receive what I want to share. So as I was saying, read the job description carefully, review the hiring manager's profile. You would always know who is hiring. You'd always know this, right? It's either they posted it, it's either they reached out to you, it's either you, whatever the case is, just ensure that you know who they are. When I was applying for a particular role, now that application came in a very weird way. I got a DM from the HR of that company, right? And of course, when I saw that I was interested and I wanted to apply, I decided to look her up. I did my research. Even though they were the ones that kind of did headhunting on LinkedIn, I still did my research. Then I looked up the CEO of the company. I looked up her background, guys. Who is this person? What has she done before? And I realized that, guys, I was literally going into the job based off what this woman had done before. Now, she's not doing that again because obviously she's the CEO, but this job, like it's even crazier when the CEO is exactly, or someone that has that exact background as what you're currently trying to come into their company to do. She had that background, literally project management. And if I didn't do my research, I wouldn't know. Now that research made me prepare so much because I was like, nope, I'm not going to disgrace myself in this interview. So I dug deeper and I researched their clients. It was a consultancy firm, right? IT consultancy firm. I did my research. I looked up the clients they had worked with before. And while doing all that, now I was going in as a web project manager, okay? My job title was managing web projects of their clients. I would not know that it's of their clients if I did not research the company to know that it's like an agency. Okay, now being an agency means they have different clients. The different clients they now have are the people that I will most likely be working on their websites. So, who are the developers that these guys work with? They were Indian developers. I did that research to understand that there is going to be time zone issue. So if like I wouldn't know this if I didn't dig deep. I went to their Instagram. Remember that if a website does not even have our team on their page, on their website, when you go to their Instagram, maybe they have a culture of posting people for their birthday, they have activities or in-house trainings or stuff that they do, whatever the case is. I went on their Instagram and I was scrolling and I was seeing different team members, birthday celebration, blah, blah, blah. And I saw that their developers were Indians. And then I knew that, okay. So luckily, they also tagged them. So I saw that location was also different for different team members. So I needed to prepare myself to speak to all of that factors because I was coming in as a project manager. Guys, imagine I just looked at it on the job board or just based off what that HR sent to me. And I'm like, oh, I'm hot cake. I mean, they sent me a DM. So I'm like 90% in. This interview is just by the way. I wasn't still all full of myself like that. I still dug deeper. I got the job, long story short, but I'm just telling you the place of actually prepping so deeply. It shows that you care. It shows that you're intentional. It says a lot about your mind, how you see your work, how you also see yourself as a professional, right? And it makes them respect that thing. And that alone is making them already tilt towards, this is somebody that would be very, very good at their job. This person would have a great work ethic. This person would be detailed because look at how deep this person dug, right? Now, let me tell you what I did again. I went further. In addition to the fact that I spotted their teammates and where they worked, that was even like, by the way, the clients, remember websites will say, oh, clients we've served. Now, this is a website building company. Ultimately, clients we've served means people they built websites for. So I went on each of these clients' websites. Curiosity, guys. Now, I didn't get this as a training from anywhere, not an instruction from anybody. It was me being driven by curiosity. Over the years, I later realized that was a crazy good strategy because it helped me nail the interview. Honestly, it wasn't like, oh, someone sat me down, taught me, trained me on how to. I was just curious. I was like, I need to get into this interview with so much packed information. Like, and because I wanted to use so much, and I wanted to have so much work in my favor, so I knew that doing deep research would make me have a lot. Like, I just wanted to have a lot packed in my arsenal. So I went into that interview. So before that, sorry, so I checked their client's websites. Luckily, they always write at the footer of their client's website, built by. So it was a validation that I am not on the wrong website. They really built this. They had other services. So it's possible another service was what they did for this person, and then they wrote clients we've served. But because they always write at the footer, websites built by, so it made it easy. And I was able to now say, okay, so you guys built this website. But why are you building like this though? No, if I join this team, I'm not going to build website. I'm not going to work with you guys like this. We're definitely fixing this. Oh, why is this website looking like this? Why does this button have to look like this or stay here? Let me see. I got curious because of that, right? I didn't go there to spot flaws. I went there to just look at the kind of websites they built for their clients. And then I was spotting things that could have been done better. So I was keeping that in my head. I was just like speaking to myself, like, nah, I'm not going to work with like quality or nothing. That's what we're doing here, okay? We're not going to be working like this when I join you guys' team. I was saying it to myself, guys, I can be dramatic. So when I looked up the client's website and I saw all this, and I said, if this is consistent across different websites, what stack are they using to build their client's website? Let me check. So there's a way you inspect websites as a developer that would make you know exactly what they used in building it. So I did the inspection, and then I was like, aha, guys, they were using CMS to build this website. And that was making all these flaws I was spotting, because it has its limitation. And I was like, no, you don't build website like this anymore, blah, blah, blah. I was like, so I was saying all this in my head. Honestly, guys, I did not know that I would be able to use this to my advantage in the interview. So when I got into the interview, so they asked me a couple of questions, blah, 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 back and forth. So in the interview, I now said, I have a question though. Your client's website, you currently use this tech stack, this framework to build it, correct? They said yes. I said, okay. How I knew this is I checked some of your clients' websites, inspected it, and I saw that this is it. The reason why I went that far is because of some obvious architectural issues. That's information architecture. We call it IA, that I spotted. They were not good enough. Your client is patronizing you to build a website for them because they want to use that website to achieve certain things, for people to book consultation, for people to buy, if it's an e-commerce website, for people to call them and make inquiries, for people to, whatever the case is, right? For people to inspect something. Your client is patronizing you to build a website because they have a business goal. Now you need to work with their business goal and build the website in a way that that doesn't make them lose their clients, rather, right? So, but the way you build it right now, the information architecture is not making the customer experience or user journey good. So the flow is not good enough. I gave them all the breakdown. This was me being interviewed, guys, but I was telling them that there are some things on your website that can be better, right? I wasn't saying it in a manner of, oh, like, no, condescending or boastful. No, I was saying it as an expert who was able to spot something, and I believe that it can be better. So based off my knowledge, right? And now this is beyond any other question they would intend to ask me. Do you know what I exhibited there? I did not just exhibit, I know this, I've done this before. I'm coming in as a project manager and I'm already displaying that. I'm asking questions. I've done my research, right? And I can tell you for a fact that I'm not someone who would come to your team, listen to instructions, take it hook, line, and sinker and say, oh, yes, ma, anyhow you say we should do it. I would objectively take in everything you share, and I am going to propose what I feel can be done better. So this is how it is right now, and this is how it can be, right? In business analysis, they call it as is and to be. So this is what you currently have. This is your current process, but we can make it better. So that was exactly, and I told them one thing. I said, this is currently the case because you do not have a UI UX designer, correct? They said yes. Now you see, I was already diagnosing their problem. Bear in mind, a job title exists because there is a problem. The recruiters are speaking to different people. Your ability to make me see that you understand your job. Now you now understand our problem and you're able to marry both is what would make me easily tilt towards choosing you. You guys, I got the job on the spot. They asked for salary. It was times 4 of what I was earning at that time. And I was like, oh, can I think about it? You guys, I was screaming inside. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But I was like, can I think about it? Right. And while I was saying, can I think about it? I was praying in my mind that I hope these people don't change their mind, because this might look like I'm doing too much shakara and all that. So why am I saying this? The role or the place of doing a deep research goes beyond just saying, I want to gather this knowledge. It is going to eventually become your arsenal, your toolkit to really impressing them, blowing them away. And because of all that research you've done, trust me, you go into the interview, you didn't even plan on asking questions, but you get there and you're asking questions. Because and now you're not waiting. I didn't wait until they said, do you have any question for us? No. Who said you have to wait until you get to that point? They are asking you questions during interview. It's possible something is not clear. It's possible, as you're explaining, you remember something you stumbled on and you want to gain clarity before you speak further on that topic or on that subject. So you ask them. It is conversational. So they are not Jesus Christ. They are not God. You know, they are people like yourself who need help, and they need the person that can help them. And you are the person who should be in the position to show them how you would help them. Okay, so identify the required skill. I did that with the research I did. I knew they didn't have UI designer. I saw that the tech stack they were using was affecting the structure of their website. Not because of the tech stack. Two things actually. No UI designer. So that meant no user experience, no user research done. It's just carry this, slap together. Of course, CMS, not like it's slapped together like that. But that's just the case, right? So highlight repeated keywords also. You're seeing this repeatedly in the keywords on that job description. You need to also see how your CV, your cover letter matches. Sell yourself to fit that thing you see on the job description. Visit their website and recent news, because you don't know what else you would find out that might help you. And then understand the biggest problems they are hiring to solve. I've said this over and over. That job is existing because there is a problem, not because they just want to help, not because they just want to get people into the job market, off the job market rather. So understand why that job title exists, why that problem exists, and then use it to your advantage. Please use it to your advantage. So don't talk about being passionate, being hardworking, and being a great communicator. I didn't have to say all that in the interview. They could see already. I asked them questions, even though they were still asking, right? I'm passionate. I don't need to tell you that. I went as far as digging deep, seeing your clients. So don't say these things verbatim. Let it show in your personality. Let it show in your approach to work. And this 30-minute interview, this 20-minute interview, this 1-hour interview is enough for you to make them feel your personality. So let them feel you. Don't tell, right? This is a case of show, don't tell. But because you can't just show everything on screen, some things have to be felt. They have to be, they need to see it. So I wouldn't have to tell them, oh, I'm passionate, I'm hardworking, I'm a great communicator. I dug deep into your client's website. I saw the tools you use. I understand this. So you already know that now this lady is going to be a hard worker. How can you also show this, right? Apart from communicating it through your personality, okay? You can also show it through projects, results gotten. This solidifies everything you're saying through personality, right? Everything you're displaying through your again, personality. This solidifies it because now I can really see something tangible, not just you showing it personality wise. The result, then the business impact. So don't just say something like, oh, I'm an analytical person. Just say how you displayed that. And I showed us that practically in my own journey, right? I did not have to tell them that I am detail oriented. You could already see that for me to know you don't have a UI designer, I'm not on your team. I don't work internally with you guys. I asked to be sure because I have already deduced that. I could already sense that. For you guys to be building websites like this, now you don't have a UI designer. You can't, except your UI designer is bad. And then I was like, do you have a UI designer? because from what I deduced on your website, it doesn't seem so. And they said, no, we don't have it. So I did not have to tell them that, oh, I'm detail oriented. I love to do research before I work on any client's website. I have just shown you how much of research I can do. All right. So one of our interns did this perfectly. And I'd really like us to listen to him. His name is Darlington. He interned with us last year, got a job as a business analyst rather. And one of the things that really stood out for me in his testimonial was how the internship, right, helped him have the perfect story to tell. And the thing he mentioned during the interview was simply, oh, this is how I'm going to help your company achieve XYZ. All right. Because according to him, they didn't seem to understand or know how to go about it. Now, I'd like us to listen to him for just 2 minutes, and then I will be back.
So congratulations, Darlington, on landing the role as HC Selection and Implementation Lead. That's the job title, right?
Yes, that's the job title, yeah.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does that feel?
It feels really good. The important part is you get to apply what you know. The knowledge we've been able to acquire seems to be nothing if you can apply it to a real world problem. So that's the most important part for me and what I'm excited about.
Amazing. So how would you say the experience at Amdari helped you land the role, like from the projects you worked on to the types of mentor you all that? How would you say that really contributed to you landing this role?
Well, in the interview, my background is data science and sales. So this role is more like a business analysis role. It's a mixture of different bits, but they were not looking for someone who was a business analyst per se, a project manager. They were looking for someone who had a bit of data science background, project management, business analysis. And funny enough, I had never heard of, I had never done anything on business analysis till I got to Amdari. And while I was there in the interview room, I was asked about things like mapping and how you scope the whole process. Just give us a rundown of what you would do if you were to start this role. And I just used everything I learned at Amdari. I spoke about the process, the to-be processes, the project charter, basically the terminology and the knowledge of what I learned very played a part in that interview. I seemed to be the person that gave them a clear idea of what they are going to achieve in a 1-year period, because they didn't know how to go about it. So they needed someone who was close to what they were looking for. And my knowledge from what I'd learned played a huge part in that interview, to be honest.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, let's stop it right there. Please, can I see your thumbs up if you heard everything that was said in the video? Can I see your thumbs up? You heard everything that Darlington shared. Thank you, Ife. Thank you, everybody. Awesome. So just like he rightly said, right, he seemed to be the one that was able to help them see what they could achieve in the space of 1 year. And this is quite true because, like I said earlier, these companies need you. HR is people and culture. CEO might have 1 skill, 2 skills in other fields, other backgrounds, not necessarily your field, not necessarily your background. So that means if they need you, it's because no one else can do that job and they need you. Or they have someone, but the company is big, it's expanding, and they need an extra hand. So you need to be the person that can clearly show them exactly what you can do for them. So joining their team is quite simple. Just make them see reasons as to why they should pick you. Okay, so I mentioned earlier, these companies have a couple of questions they want you to answer in your cover letter. Why us? Why this role? Why should we pick you? What evidence proves that truly what you're saying about yourself is true? And why should we want to meet you? Now, I would like you to use the Barney method to do this, okay? And the Barney method, because it would make you remember. So I use it a lot, right? To make you remember. Who here knows Barney, right? Who here knows Barney? Can I see thumbs up? You don't know Barney, give me thumbs down. I have my reasons. Joshua, thank you. Oyekachi, Emmanuel, awesome, 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 great. So, Ife, are you a Gen Z? Needful does not know Barney. Oh God, you guys are Gen Zs. So don't mind me, okay? So awesome. All right. So Barney is actually a well, not a cartoon character, but he was like a childhood favorite in the 2000s, I think 2023, 4, 5-ish, and all that. So he, in fact, Selena Gomez is famous, like her fame started from this Barney show. So there is a song that says, I love you, you love me, la 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 la, something, something. That's how the song goes. Now, the part that I'm picking from the part that I'm picking from these guys is the I love you, you love me part, because it really answers two things. Yeah, Barney. Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, now if I get it. So, um, exactly. Aha. So you guys are making me wonder already. So this part, why this company and why this role? So this is how you need to think about it. Why this company? Why are you reaching out? So your mission inspires me. That's not what you should say. What that's vague, right? But you can niche it down to something like your investment in cloud-based analytics aligns closely with the projects I have been building. You can go on to even flesh out. This is a brief. That's why I said I'm going to be sharing a more detailed one with us. Okay, that's going to be sent to your email. Now, this is for you to show them this is why I like you guys. Like this is why this is why I want to work with you guys. That's what you're saying here. So I don't want to just sound vague with it. That's why I use this statement, because this is how you need to see it. I don't know, does anyone here ever apply to a job out of just love for wanting to work with that company? Let me be sure that I'm not the only weird person. And I don't think that's being weird, honestly. Thank you, Needful, right? Like you just see this company and you're just like, God, I would like to work here. And the minute you see a vacancy, or the minute you just maybe even decide to reach out to them, you're just like passionate, like I need to get in, like I have to get in. I love the work they do. I want to work with them. That is the love I'm talking about. That's what you need to start your cover letter with. Flutter wave. Amazing, right? That's what you need to start your cover letter with. When you start with that, nobody can beat that, because now you're not talking about just trying to make ends meet, trying to get like another job, right? Because I don't even think anybody should do a job that they're not happy about, and I don't even think anybody should work in a place that they don't want to work in, of course, except because of situation, circumstance, and all that. We just need to quickly do some things to get by. But the minute you say, I want to start applying to the kind of job, the kind of role, start with even the company, your choice, right? Okay, what are those companies? And it's possible, guys. Honestly, it's possible, right? So your passion and the reason why you want to work with them has to reflect in you describing it from the perspective of what they are doing. Not, oh, your mission and vision inspires me, I really like, which is valid, but the way you're saying it will make them miss out on working with an awesome person. That was why I made the statement I made earlier. If you put it in a way that is vague and you're brilliant and smart, but you were not able to articulate your value, your awesomeness, they will miss out on you. Now that's loss for both parties. It's a win. It's supposed to be a win-win, but now it's a loss-loss, right? Because at the end of the day, you were actually great. You could actually do the job, but you didn't articulate it so well. And I'm not God. I can't know you except you make me see you in the way that I'm hoping that you would be. In this case now, because of a job, right? Because this is who I want for this job. Now make me see you as that person. Once you make it easy for me, I would find it easy to pick you. Okay, so you're already telling me, you're articulating it so well, why you love the company, why you want to work with us. Awesome. Now let's move to the part of you love me. Now we've done I love you to them. Now for them now, you love me, right? Why you? Okay, why you, Ife? Why you, goodness? Why are you qualified? Why should we pick you? Why should we care? Now this is the part where you let them know that, hello, I'm a superstar. God, I am coming to help you guys. I'm coming to help you fix this. I'm coming to help you. Like I said earlier, I am passionate about building this kind of solution. I have done it like this. And if given the chance in your company, this is what you would see at the end of the day. Okay, that's why I said you now need to back this up with proof, not just words. Okay, now those statements is strong enough to get them excited to want to speak to you. Let's look at it from the POV of a data analyst and a project manager. Because I have experience with Excel, is that why we should pick you? Do you know how many data analysts are in the job market who can use Excel? Why should we pick you? Something about you has to like make me want you for my team, right? So that's where you now speak further. I built an end-to-end Power BI reporting solution using SQL and Excel that automated weekly reporting and reduced manual work. I can see results, I can see action, I can see situation. You've put it into this. Please do not miss out on personality. Personality will be in my next, in the one I'll send to your email. They need to feel your personality, guys. It's important. We are humans, we're not robots. That's why I said you cannot submit what you generate with AI. You can't submit it, okay? You cannot submit what you generate with AI because they want to feel the human side of you. And for me, it's always something that's helped me with every job application. I'm not going to come here for the interview and sound like I'm all perfect and all that. No, we would have a conversation. That's what we're having. We're going to have a conversation. And at the end of the day, you would see the sincerity in my skills, in how I can help you achieve something in your company, in how I would go above and beyond. You ask me for A, I'll give you A, B, C, D. That's how I position myself in the interview. And I'm speaking from the heart and I'm just speaking to them sincerely, not something I memorized from Google, YouTube, where they would say top 10 questions that you would be asked as a PM. I don't do any of that. So please do not approach interviews like it's meant to be that stiff, strict, and formal. Don't let the scare already start stifling you and you can't even show personality. Show personality. Okay, so for career switchers, I'm going to share this template with you guys, this slide. Okay, so you can take your time to go through this. So right now, I'm just trying to wrap up so we can take questions. So for career switchers, your cover letter also needs to fill the gap on your CV that your CV cannot. Okay, when you explain why you are switching. Okay, because most importantly, as an intern, right, who starts with Amdari, who joins Amdari, you never worked as a business analyst. You heard this guy, Darlington, never worked as a business analyst before, and he got a job as a business analyst. Amdari was his only place of work experience. Now, is it that Amdari is going to carry is it that his CV is just going to carry business analyst? Yes, under Amdari, right? But his past experience will be tailored to still speak to transferable skills. So Amdari is not the only experience on his CV, but Amdari just speaks strongly to what he has done in the last couple of months as a business analyst. Okay, but like I said, his previous experience will be revamped to kind of speak to transferable skills. So you can already say, oh, okay, yeah, even though he didn't work as a business analyst in those other companies, but at least I can see some other traits of a business analyst in what he had to do on a day-to-day. That's how we do it. Now, the other thing is you now need to spell out exactly why you're switching, why you moved into another niche and all that. So your CV needs to, your cover letter needs to speak to that. The same thing as immigrants, right? You need to explain explicitly why you relocated or why you switched or why you're trying to apply to this field. Now, matching the keyword on the job description. They say that they are looking for somebody who has experience with stakeholder management. You need to speak to leading stakeholder meetings. Okay, this is your evidence. They say we need somebody that knows SQL. You need to speak to SQL automation project. This is your evidence. They say they need somebody that knows how to use Power BI. You need to speak to building dashboards using Power BI. Okay, if you want to bust their brain, you can now talk about extractions that you did from whatever source, maybe from the server, right? Okay, then they say they need something around reporting. You need to speak to monthly executive reporting that you did. How did you report it? What stories did you tell? What objectives was backing it up? Okay, that's matching example. All right, so like I said, fill the attendance form. I am sending all this for every job title. So don't worry, Omomi has been saying Power BI, but that's data analyst. I got you. Omomi has been saying so much about project management, and all that, but I'm interested in business analysis. Again, I got you. I'm going to send you the resources for your own niche. But you need to understand that job application is not just spraying and then praying, hoping. And no, you have to be strategic and intentional from the get-go, because all this will speak to your personality as a professional, and that will make it easy for them to either pick you or easy for them to say, no, she doesn't look like what we want. Okay. So supporting statement versus cover letter. Again, this is most likely going to be a different topic we treat on another day, but I just want you to know that I said earlier, right? Not a lot of UK companies go with cover letters, but should you still rule it out? No. Okay. But supporting statement is what they would tilt towards majorly. That's why I said for everybody who joins me today, I will send you samples of supporting statements so it doesn't look generic. You guys, whatever it is we do on this call today using ChatGPT, that cannot be what you send in to a recruiter. Please don't do that, okay? You have to read through. ChatGPT, whatnot, is just for drafts. It's just for draft. It's to reduce the stress of typing and also helping you put structure to things. Okay, if you can type, that's fine. If you're so good with writing, like I said before, ChatGPT, some of us were writing. So, but not everybody is a writer, which is okay. So, if you're already somebody that is good with that, you can choose to just write it. But if you need ChatGPT, you can do that, but that cannot be what you submit. Okay. So, I see questions in the chat, and I promise you guys, I'm going to take it. So, speaking of the public sector, also, I want us to take a look at this, right? They speak to needing somebody who has experience working in a collaborative team. You need to use evidence that demonstrates it. So you just need to match it. And how you match it, I know we say, oh, make sure your CV matches the job description. Make sure this is what we mean. Service improvement. Use an example of improving a process or service, which was what I said earlier when I went to that company to apply. And I said, oh, you guys don't use this platform, right? You don't use a UI designer. Okay, we will do it like this. I was literally, and I wasn't saying we would do it like this. I was telling them how and where I had done something like that. And the CEO, guys, like I said earlier, had done this my job before. She retired from it because now she's a CEO. So she retired from it. That simply meant she will be able to spot my errors. If I was saying fluff in the interview, she would know, right? So for me to have gotten the job, you know that I prepared very well and I didn't make anything up. I didn't lie about my experience. I was speaking from the heart. I was speaking sincerely, not to sound perfect, not to sound like I knew everything, but to just let her know that I would go above and beyond. And most times, right, companies would pick some of these traits over even too much skills. I promise you, some companies, they would match it and say, this person has more skills, right? But this person has skills and commitment. This person has more skills, but less. She's not giving me the right attitude to work. So I would rather go with this person. Bottom line, be skilled. Now have good attitude to work. You're going to win in life. I promise you. So how you research, we went through this already, the company, but then because I added more to this, LinkedIn company page, LinkedIn post. Remember I said I went to their Instagram, right? Annual reports, if it's a public organization, NHS trust or council strategy documents, you can also find these online, okay? Then recent press release and then job description and person specification. You do not want to miss that. Now, this is the prompt we're going to work with. I hope your chat GPT is open and you're all set. Mine is open and we're going to come here real quick, okay? So this is the prompt we're going to work with right here. I think I can't copy it. I have to leave the page. But yeah, so we're going to say, act as a UK recruiter. Rewrite this cover letter for the attached job description. Remove generic statements. Quantify achievements where possible. Mirror the employer's language and make every paragraph demonstrate business value. Okay, you can flesh this out, you can add more to this, and I can go deeper, but because of time, we might not be able to do that. What are the tools you can use subsequently, even of this call? Now, the recording of this call will be made available to you all via your email. As long as you fill the attendance form, the recording would also be sent, so you can go over some of this that we've discussed, okay? So, what are the tools you can use? ChatGPT, that's for your drafts. First draft, because final draft is going to be you, okay? First draft, tailoring and rewriting, ChatGPT. Final draft, you and your personality, okay? Claude for improving tone and readability. Grammarly for grammar check. That can just be something you already have in your Google doc, right? So it can just help you identify those errors and you fix it. Microsoft Copilot for those that will be editing inside of Microsoft, okay? And then Perplexity for you to do your deep research on the companies and industries, because I don't expect you to know everything about the companies. You're seeing them for the first time also. The same way they are meeting you for the first time, you're seeing them for the first time. You don't have someone on the inside. You can't know everything that is happening on the inside, but you can use Perplexity for your research. Perplexity is good for anything research, to be honest. It digs deeper. All right, so I'd advise you to work with this. So this slide will be sent. So in case you miss any part of this, you can always just look it up and look this up. Okay, so what is the exercise we're carrying out? Like I said, rewrite the opening paragraph of your current CV. Actually, what your cover letter. We're writing everything. All right, so permit me to just quickly copy the content of our prompt. Let's come to the prompt. So let's copy that. And then we would come to ChatGPT. Guys, remember we said this already, right? So this is ChatGPT. I'm pasting it. Please follow my steps, okay? Please follow my steps. Now, if you miss any part of this or you're unable to do it on this call, you can watch the replay. You can watch the replay. Now, this is the job board we're coming to. Project manager role. Let's select the first one. I just want to work with project management, okay? Because my CV is in that. Now, let's copy the details of this job description. Okay, awesome. Let's just copy all. Let's copy everything. Then let's paste it right here below. Okay, so this is it. Okay, we paste the job description, we paste the prompt, and then we attach the CV. So let me get my CV. Just a minute. Just a minute, guys. Yeah, so this is it. Let's select that. Let me be sure that my screen is, oh my God, I wasn't sharing my ChatGPT screen. Sorry about that, guys. I thought I came here already. So this is it, right? I pasted it. I think you guys missed that step. So I pasted it right here. This is the prompt. Then I copied and pasted the job description. You guys can see it. Then this is my CV right here attached, Omomi's product management CV. So let's click on enter. When you read it, you can still make adjustments, but even the prompt itself has to be better. So it says, I reviewed your resume and tailored the letter specifically for the East London Foundation Trust Project Manager role. I also aligned it with the NHS expectations by emphasizing governance, stakeholder management, digital transformation, blah, blah, blah. And this is the content, right? If it's too long, we can tell it to shorten it, okay? So it has spelled it out for us like this. Now, I mentioned earlier, this cannot be your final draft. This cannot be your final draft. This is just for structure. What you now have to do next, after you get your draft, let's come back to my, let's come back here. So what you have to do next is now take a look at the draft. You'd get the instruction in the resource I would send to your email. Do not worry about that. So what you have to do next is mirror the job description. You need to read through. So ChatGPT cannot be the smart guy here. No, you can question it. You can correct what you have. Okay. And at this point, I don't even think you should bother yourself about, oh, ChatGPT do it like this. It has given you the draft, the base that you can work with. So make your adjustment based on everything we've discussed on the call today. Speak to them about why you want to work with them, why you love them, and then why they definitely will love you, why they need you, why they want you. Okay, then you speak to how you have done this before. Your proof has to be back, like it has to back up everything else you're saying. And do not forget the 3-sentence formula. Why do you want to work here? Why should we pick you? And why exactly? Or rather, how do you fit into our team? It must not be lost. It's in this slide, you would have it. And then the Barney method, I already highlighted that. And then the job match, right? They say they need this. Speak to how you did that. They say they need that. Speak to how you did it. So make sure that it matches. So as long as you match it like this, you're good. So the ultimate goal from everything I've been saying, guys, is you have to be skilled. That's a non-negotiable. The goal is to clear out with your cover letter, cleared out in the interview. It doesn't end with they see your cover letter, they liked it, they called you. When you get into the interview, they would see through you. And if you memorized your answers, they would know. They will come up with follow-up questions. It will throw you off balance. Okay? But if truly this is your reality, they will know. They know people use AI today to revamp CVs, right? They know that there are a lot of tips online, tons of tips on, oh, use ChatGPT to auto apply to jobs. I even stumbled on one yesterday. How to use ChatGPT to apply to more than how many jobs in a day, in 2 days, and all that. It auto applies for you. But when they meet you, what will they need? Okay, so becoming skilled is quite easy. All you have to do is to be ready to do the work. Okay, find yourself in a program that exposes you to real business problems, which is what we do with the Amdari Work Experience Internship. Okay, these recruiters will tell you something. Oh, we need somebody with UK work experience. Oh, we need somebody that has done this before. And nobody's willing to give you a chance. Nobody's willing to hire you. How exactly do they expect you to be able to have experience if they will not give you the chance? That's why you don't need to wait. Do not say that you are at the mercy of the system. Make the system work for you also, okay? Look for platforms. Again, that's why we built Amdari. You gain the UK work experience that you need, all right? And then that experience is also tailored so that you're able to articulate your value so well. So we revamp your CV, we optimize your LinkedIn, and we prep you for every interview you might have. Like I said, we work with you until you get the job, and then we support you with everything job application. You have nothing to worry about. Now, I'll break it down as we proceed. Sorry, let me fix my light. So I'll break it down as we proceed, okay? So, yeah, this is Jerry. He interned with us as a data analyst, see? And he got a job with Alberta Blue Cross. Oh my God. Alberta Blue Cross as a data sync analyst. And this was as at last year when he was still in the UK. All right. He got a job while he was in the UK as a data analytics, as a data analyst with the civil service. And he said, I was asked to prepare a presentation on any data analysis project. I edited and submitted our first project, saved me a lot of time and gave me confidence. Also spoke about the SQL project when they asked about data acquisition. Thank you so much for your mentorship, Emeka. You don't work alone in this internship, guys. You will have a mentor. That mentor is niche specific to your field, not random person, and then we just say, oh, come and work with Ife. We know you're not a data engineer, but you have an idea of data engineering. I mean, you're a generalist in the data space. No, you don't work with a generalist. You work with a specialist in that niche. And for him, he worked with a data analyst and he got the job. And this was when he was in the UK. Now he moved to Canada this year, February. See, February 10th, he sent us this email and he said, hello, Ifemena. So he sent it to Ifemena and copied me. And said, I hope you're doing well. I recently moved to Canada about 2 weeks ago and I've secured a role in the meantime as a data entry specialist with Alberta Blue Cross. For the application, I listed my role at Amdari as a data consultant, and I have now completed the reference section and included your details. Again, look at the company name, Alberta Blue Cross. When you look up Jerry on LinkedIn, this is him. This is his LinkedIn profile. You guys can type him, do a screenshot, check him up on LinkedIn, and yeah. This Alberta Blue Cross is still the company he's working at. Look at the date, February 2026. Look at how it is aligning. February 2026, Calgary. He was in the UK before, then moved to Canada. Now he used Amdari twice to secure a job. The first time in the UK, he moved to Canada. He did not have to start going through, oh, I'm trying to get, if you guys live in Canada, you'd understand how crazy it is to break in. Some people, it takes them 8 months. It takes years for some people to break in. And he broke in just 2 weeks. And that is because he was able to use his experience at Amdari. And he said it clearly here. For the application, I listed my role as a data consultant at Amdari. So Amdari work experience works. It is valid, guys. We stamp and sign your reference so they can verify and know that you did not make it up. An actual company employed you. An actual company gave you experience. You gained your experience solving a real problem for a real business. This is another person. His name is Abisoye Oyebode. He is still in the UK, by the way. He interned with us while in the UK, gained experience as a SOC analyst, and from what you would see on my screen, he's currently working with Royal Devon University Healthcare NHS Foundation Trust as a cybersecurity specialist. And he started with them in March this year. See the dates, obviously, right? Now let's look at his own reference request. This is it. Okay. Royal Devon University Healthcare, and then they say this is an auto-generated email for the career gateway system. Please do not reply directly, blah, blah, blah. Dear Ifemena Ipro, the co-founder of Amdari, Abisoye, of course, Oyebode, has applied for the role of cybersecurity specialist with the Royal Devon and provided your name as a referee. He had not gotten the job at that time. Did he get the job? Definitely. That's how solid Amdari experience is. This is another one, last but not the least. Her name is Sandra Odushola Stevenson, interned with us as a GRC analyst and got a job as a data protection paralegal with Hello DPO in the UK. Now, let's take a look at her reference request also. This came in September 10th, 2025, okay? And look at the date she started working with them, October. See? So it came in, and it says right here, to Ifemena, hi Ife, we have been passed your details by Sandra. She advised that you would be able to provide a professional reference for us. Please, can you confirm details of her start date and end date, her role, any details you want to provide? And it just goes on. And she got the job. Look at their stuff here. Hello DPO. The director was the one who sent it, Jenai, right? So trust me, this works. Okay. The guarantee is there. We would work with you until you get the job. So just to glance through, this is another person, Betty, interned with us as IT project manager, got a job 4 months in as, of course, same job title, information technology business project manager. Lastly, this is Judith, interned with us as a data analyst. 3 months later, got a job with Renewable Parts. You can even look them up on LinkedIn. Like I said, you can check out the companies also. You would see all these companies, real companies in the UK, US. So I will be playing her video because of time. She also stated that the reference letter, that's Toyin, by the way, the reference letter was what helped her get the job. There were 2 people being considered. She was picked because they said the reference is airtight. So that's why we picked you. Now, to become a practitioner, because that's who the companies hire, right? Not somebody that will come in and learn, because there is already a problem waiting for you to come and solve. So imagine someone that will come and learn. That means you cannot even start working, right? So we don't have the time to train you because problem exists. So become a practitioner. So it's easy for them to pick you. How do you become this guy? You intern with Amdari. You become a consultant, not an intern, right? Yes, we know this is an internship, but because we know if it's on your CV, it's going to undermine the quality of the work you would do, because covering 5 to 6 projects in 4 months is a lot, all right? It's us compressing things that you would have to figure out in 5 years, 2 years alone, right? We compress it into something that you're guided, you're supported, and through the projects that we get from our project partners. These project partners are businesses across the UK, US, and Canada. Through these projects, you work on them with this guy, your team lead. That's the specialist. The person that Jerry was saying thank you to for your mentorship, yeah, that's the guy. You work with this guy Mondays to Fridays, not 9 to 5. We know you're a student or you're working, you're busy already, so we understand that. So you work with this guy Mondays to Fridays, and you get to definitely cover projects in health tech, fintech, supply chain management, IT, the legal space. It depends on your niche, right? We know that for cybersecurity guys, there is a specific field that hires the most for you. For data guys, there is a specific industry that hires the most. So we would make sure your projects come from there. That's how we do it with our interns, okay? Now, this is one of our interns who enrolled. I'd like us to listen to her for just like 2 minutes, and then I'll be back. You listen to her for like 2 minutes, and you can watch the remaining video when I send you the link to this slide, so that we manage our time very well. Okay, so I would like us to listen to her for 2 minutes, and I will be back. So so this, by the way, backstory. These spots, what you see on my screen, I know you see a lot of tiles, right? Different people on the call, just like we're here. These are enrolled interns, okay? these are enrolled interns. If Lua, who is already enrolled, would be in this position in like a month's time, because the next cohort is starting on the 8th. So these guys started with us in July. This July, they started last week Saturday, so they are 1 week into the internship. Now, this was last week when we were having the activation summit with them. So these guys are already in the program, but we brought somebody who got a job so that they know that you have trusted Amdari, you've embarked on this journey, and it's not the wrong decision. But just so that you would know that everything you were told before enrollment was not a fluff. This is you already in the program. We have no reason to prove anything to you again, but we still brought somebody, and she shared with them how the experience worked for her, how she got the job. And honestly, you guys would listen to the rest at your leisure time. Like I said, because of time, let's just quickly listen to her for 2 minutes. And
I don't know if Queen is, I think she's still with Dari. Yes.
Yes, please.
I'm saying anyone on this call who is going to be doing business analysis, you have a good tutor, because I would, after every session, I would call her, Queen, I need you to explain this and that. I was quite slow catching up because, to be honest, I was tired all the time, but she had the time to she would go over it. I would ask questions. Sometimes I can send a message at 1 a.m. She would respond whenever, and I really felt like I wasn't left to, go through the journey myself. There was the support that I needed. And after the program, to be frank, it was the very first interview that I attended and I got the job. And even though we were supposed to do 4 projects, I think, for the 4 months. The 4th project, I gave birth, so I couldn't really complete it. But during the interviews, in fact, just 2 of the projects we did was enough to answer any questions that they asked me. For everything they asked me, I'm like, okay, I just kept playing back the scenarios, how we went through, the things we did and all, even we did SQL. We did some things that some people are like, wow, as a business analyst, I thought it was for data analysts. The program was very elaborate. The tasks that we did were very practical. It wasn't just let's just do something. It was really practical. We had sorry, my baby's she's talking. So we really had that platform to explore the data. It was my very first time. I never had any experience whatsoever with business analysis or anything, but to think that the very first interview I did, I got the job. Yeah, I know there is, obviously, God really saw me through. I won't take that out, but the program was really great. One thing I'll say is, if you're coming on board, because I was working, it's not like I was working 9 to 5, and I was pregnant, and I was still doing the program, so it was a whole lot. But then I knew that I had to put in the effort. So I'll just say for everyone who is currently looking to get the good out of this project, this time, is to dedicate your time. Like, what you want, just put in the effort, ask as many questions. I had to call Queen. I'm like, Queen, right now my brain is slow. Like, it's slow, so I might need some extras.
Okay, so let me stop it there. Like I said, because of time, I'll just attach the link to that so we can listen to it after the session. But can I see your thumbs up if you heard everything that was said by Faith? Can I see your thumbs up? Awesome. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Okay. So that's just the great thing about the work experience. Like I said, I'm seeing comments in the chat and I'm coming to them right now. I'm kind of done. So these are some of the businesses that we partner with for your project. And apart from your team lead that works with you, you also work with an employability expert. This is the person that revamps your CV, optimizes your LinkedIn, and also preps you for every interview. Yes, you heard that. Every interview, not 2 interviews. Not, in this program, we'll just prep you for 2 interviews. No. It doesn't matter how many times you get interviews, you would be prepped. But we are very sure that you won't even have to interview with the whole UK job posting before you get your opportunity, because just like Faith said, it was the first ever interview and she got the job. And the 2 projects she worked on at first was enough. It is so elaborate. She said a lot, but I couldn't just play everything. So the other thing is we've partnered with CV Matchly. It's an AI tool that also helps you check if your CV is a match. I know I've given us different instructions on, oh, make sure that your CV matches like this. If they say we need SQL, talk about an SQL automation. If they say they need Power BI, show them a dashboard you built with Power BI, right? So this tool does that scrutiny, like it checks if everything you're listing on your CV is in proper alignment with the job posting. So it flags it if it's not a good match, and it lets you know that, oh, your CV can be better. You currently have, you scored 60, right? So this CV cannot work for this job application. Guess what? Let us fix it. It fixes it for you right there. And it also lets you know if the company is sponsoring or not. Okay, so you can tell for people who need sponsorship, and you have to start going to check on the list of licensed sponsors and all that. That's too much stress. Okay, from the job board, you can already tell. This CV Matchly tool works as an AI Chrome extension. Okay, so it is on your Chrome extension at the top, and it works with any job board. Now we've partnered with them and we have 10 more slots left for our intern. So anyone who is able to enroll today will have 3 months free access to CV Matchly. If I know you're enrolled, so you're covered, okay? So anybody who is able to secure their spot will have 3 months free access to CV Matchly, okay? The next cohort is starting 8th of August. Like I said, the guys you saw on my screen, those tiny, tiny tiles, they started last week, Saturday. They joined July. So for those starting in August, it is starting on the 8th. If you'd like to be a part of this, just like Ife and a couple other people that we already have, then enrollment is on, and the enrollment fee is £600. Original fee 800, but webinar only discount allows you to pay 600, and you can pay in 3 installments. Not like, oh, pay all 600 right now. No, you can pay in 3 installments, which is 200, 200, 200 for 3 months, not 3 weeks. Okay, so you spread it across 3 different months. All right, now let me quickly show us how to secure our spot. By the way, this is a zero risk promise program. So let me show you what I mean by that. You'd see it practically. Just a minute. Yeah, so I'm going to drop the enrollment link for us right now. Okay, so once you click on that enrollment link, you'll be brought to this page. So let me drop the enrollment link in the chat. This is, and you can pay lesser than 500 than 600 rather, if you want to do one-time payments. So let me just show us real quick. So you come here, once you click on that link, you come here. This discount is for 24 hours, guys. Once you come here, select the program you want to go for. Click on apply here, right? This is project management, this is business analysis, this is SOC. Just select any program. Okay, then come here to this page and click on apply now. Before you click on apply now, you can choose to read more, the tools, the skills you cover. You can listen to Ifemena Ipro, one of the co-founders of Amdari. It's a video, so you can just click on play. Scroll down. These are some of the mentors you would work with in project management. This is Blessing. This is, we have quite a couple of them that you can look up, and they are the people you would work with, okay? So you come here, click on apply now. Once you click on apply now, you will get redirected, okay, to this page. So this is the page where you would see what I mean by zero risk promise. Now, if you're joining me from the UK and you want to start in August, select this. If you're joining from US or Canada and you want to start in August, select this. If you want to start later in September also, you can select this. But honestly, what better time to start than yesterday? So just select August, okay? Now, full payment allows you pay lesser than 600. You pay £500. But installments means paying 300. If you want to pay in 10 installments, which is £70 every week, then that is £700. So recommended is either full payment or 3 installments, but whichever plan works for you is still okay. So select the plan that works for you. Now click on, let's say you select 3 installments, click on proceed. So I said something, I said zero risk promise, right? Today being 11th of July, means your next payment will be due 11th of August. So if next payment is due 11th of August, you can edit the date further into the month, which means you can move it further to 31st. So if you move it to 31st, like so, and your internship is starting 8th of August, that tells you that you'll be in the program week 1, week 2, week 3 before your next installment. So you would have verified if everything said on the call today is just something we make up, or truly you would get so much benefit for joining this program and embarking on this journey. Okay, so you can choose to do that. But if you're fine and you're like, I don't doubt that Omomi, I don't doubt everything Omomi said, I don't doubt that Amdari would deliver, let me just pay lesser than 600, you can go with the 500. But if you have your doubts, which is okay, which we understand, because sometimes people tell us, I paid for one training program, they never support, they are never there, they tell you this, but you get in, you meet something else. Very valid, and that's okay. So if you have that fear, you can go with the 3 installments and move your second payment till the end of August. Okay, then click on pay. All right, once you click on pay, you will get redirected to the payment page, which is where you input your card details. Now on this page, input your card details and click on pay. Because of time, I won't be filling in an actual card detail, but I'll be finishing up with a pre-recorded video, which is this one. Okay, so let's put it on ×2. Now, once you click on pay, it will tell you processing, and then you would be redirected to a form. This form is your enrollment form, and it's compulsory to fill it, because this is how we get to send you your onboarding details, like internship confirmation letter, the link to your WhatsApp group, the details of your team lead, everything like that. So I urge you to please fill the the enrollment form. So select your country of residence, your level of skill, whether it's intermediate, it doesn't matter. Your gender, how you found out about Amdari, Instagram, LinkedIn, it doesn't matter. Which of our sessions, or rather, what influenced your decision? You can type it. Then which of our sessions influenced your decision? By virtue of being on the call with me today, you are on the job hunt call. So please select UK job hunt session as the session of influence. Okay, and like I said, the discount is for tonight. So if you're able to secure your spot, then awesome. 24 hours rather. So once you're done, it tells you payment successful, and then you are redirected to your dashboard. So which is this? On the dashboard, you can easily access job boards, and that's us fetching jobs from Indeed, read.co.uk, NHS jobs, all the job boards. We consolidate everything on our platform. So you don't need to visit NHS job, civil service jobs, just because you want to apply. Right from the Amdari dashboard, you can apply to jobs, and you can see it right here on my screen, job boards. Okay, this is also Portfolio, which is a free portfolio website for you, and it makes it easy for you to document your projects, your work, everything you're doing in the course of this, so that when you apply to jobs, you can easily attach the link to your portfolio on your CV. Okay, so thank you all so much. I need to appreciate you for your patience with me on the call, and I will start reading some of the questions I see in the chat right about now. But thank you so much for your patience and staying up until this point. So I hope I don't miss anybody's question in the chat, but please, thank you guys. Thank you, Mubarak. If I miss your question at any point, you can just copy and paste it again. So let's start with Titi Layo. Sorry, Titi Lola, will you send for health and safety too? Yes, I will. So I'm covering important sectors. Okay, I know what the question is. It was regarding the supporting statements. So yeah, if Titi Lola is still here, you can give me thumbs up if that's what you're referring to. It's the supporting statement, right? So I know. Okay, I think someone typed, but I'm at the top of the screen, so I would not see. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Ikeko says, what AI governance and those in cybersecurity? What about those of us in, okay, you corrected it. What about those of us in AI governance and those of us in cybersecurity, GRC? So, Ikeko, I hope you saw it when I shared it. We have GRC. It's right here. I hope you're still here. Let me show you. So we have GRC, governance, risk, and compliance. Let me go back a bit. Sorry, guys, I'm still with you. Yeah. So this is it. governance, risk, and compliance. I hope you've seen it. Ike, I believe it's Ike. So yeah. So we have it, definitely. I don't know if she's still here. If you're still here, Ike, you can give me thumbs up, okay? If you're still here. Lara says, good evening. I just wanted to check if the recording for this session will be shared, as I would like to go back over it. I've attended several of the sessions and completed the feedback form, but haven't received any recording. Oh, sorry about that. Please kindly check your junk folder. We have cases of this, and when we say they should check, they always see it there. So please, you can check, but I'm personally sending this to everybody tomorrow, okay? So please ensure that you fill the attendance form if you haven't filled it. But this session is recorded, and we're definitely attaching the link to the session recording. You'll receive it tomorrow by the grace of God, okay? So, okay, Victor says same, so awesome. I don't know if you guys are referring to what's, okay, I think that's something different. Okay. Lola says, for those that just started this July, how many years of Amdari work experience do we put on our CV? So Lolo, awesome. Welcome on board, by the way. So since you just started, by default, you put the 4 months on your CV by default. But we have people that backdate for 1 or 2 reasons. If you want to backdate, just let us know and we would walk you through that, okay? So, but we just tell people, put the 4 months you're doing in the program. But if for whatever reason there is a need to backdate, just speak to us, speak to the employability team, and then we would make that happen. AJ says, does Amdari do training? From the scratch training, no, okay? But in the course of your internship, you get training support. We don't expect you to know everything. We don't expect you to have everything figured out. So it's okay if you only know 2, 3, 4 tools and, oh, you're expected to know more than that. It's okay. You would learn all those tools in the course of this internship. We have an introductory stage, an introductory level, where you're guided and put through the tools and everything that you currently might have a gap in, maybe a skill gap, okay? So we cover that. But if for whatever reason you are trying to learn from the scratch, then we would just recommend you to a training partner. Okay, but Amdari doesn't do training. Yeah, I'm coming to you, Emmanuel. Anybody that has a question can raise their hand. I just want to attend to all the ones in the chat. Is it the same price for those in Canada? Oh, okay. Sorry, OE. No, it's not. So it's going to be in CAD for those in Canada. So let me show you. I believe, okay, I left the page. So let me click on this for GRC. All right, and then let's click on apply. Okay, and then let's click on, yes, come here. You see GBP here, right? Change it from Great Britain pounds to CAD. And then you would see the price in CAD, okay? So if you're in the US, change it and you see the price in USD. So you can just change, just on this page, don't forget where you select the month that you want to start. So just change it here from GBP to any currency that you want to pay in. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, Oyi. Then Manju says, do you provide training or just work experience? So Manju, it's work experience, but you still learn on the job, okay? Olufemi says, is this all about business? No. Oh my God, where did I pass that notion? No, this is GRC, governance, risk, and compliance. So guys, sometimes I just happen to pick one field, right, and keep hammering on it. So this is data analytics. As you can see, this is data science. Like I said, we've closed this, so don't select this. This is business analysis. This is project management. This is SOC. This is GRC. This is app and cloud, okay? So you can just select any program that you want to enroll for. Okay, so we have it, definitely. We have other programs. And people who have been getting jobs are also across different programs. The first video I played from Laura, she got a job in GRC. We have somebody who got a job and he came with visa sponsorship and it's in SOC, right? So yeah. Is there Amdari alumni community? Yes, I showed that earlier. So I showed that earlier. Let me show us that again. I showed us that when I was presenting. You guys, sorry. I'm still with you. I know you.
Sir, I think you're screening. You're not sharing your screen.
I'm not. Okay. Hold on. Let me check. So this is alumni community. Can anyone see my screen, please? This is it. Alumni network. Okay, you can see it. Awesome. So this is it. And these are people who even got jobs in it. 82 reactions. See? And this is the person's name. You can look him up on LinkedIn, Samuel Emupai. So 82. We have a lot of people here, a lot of people. So I would like to speak to someone who can guide me towards what exactly to choose, as I have experience in multiple professions. So Oyin, I would like to speak to you then. Jennifer, please, can you drop your number for Oyin? So send a message to my colleague Jennifer. She would share your number with me, and then I would call you. Okay. So Jennifer, please, can you drop your number? All right. So Oyin, please just copy Jennifer's number, send her a DM, and from there I'll take your contact. Lapi says, I came in through the IG message for women. I'm confused. I'm in Canada. We cover Canada. Lapi, that's why I also showed you someone who moved to Canada and got a job in Canada, right? So I'm Dari work experience, and I hope the confusion has reduced because I showed us something when I was demoing how you make your payment. I showed us something. I showed us UK and North America right here. I showed us that. See? So if you're joining from Canada, it's here. If you're joining from UK, it's here. We have two teams. We have the North American team. We have the UK team. So if you're joining from North America, you're going to be working with the North American team. If you're joining from the UK, you're joining. Two of the co-founders of Amdari are in Canada, Adeza Suleiman and Ifemena Ipru. So Amdari is registered also in Canada and the UK. So you have nothing to worry about. Okay. AJ says, can you recommend a reliable training partner? So that's Tenalytics. Tenalytics. You can look them up. Tenalytics. Okay, AJ. Lara says, if I want training plus work experience, should I enroll with your sister company? Yes, yes, yes. So I just typed Tenalytics. Okay. All right. So let me take Emmanuel. For everyone else who might have a question, please indicate with the raise of hand and I will come to you. Please, if you're securing your spot today, ensure you fill the enrollment form. It's very, very necessary. And like I mentioned earlier, this discount is only for the next 24 hours before it goes back to £800. Okay, so I'll take your questions now for everybody that has a question for me, and then we would wrap up after that. So please, guys, let me start with Emmanuel. Hi, Emmanuel. Sorry, I'm trying to take us back to.
Yeah, hi. Omini, good evening. It's nice having this experience with you.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
I don't I think maybe I missed I got the info randomly joined in, but I've listened through your session and it's quite enlightening. But what I'm seeing here is that I'm seeing it is like it's only based for those in UK, US and Canada, and it's not available to Nigerians. I don't know if it is also available to Nigerians, and then if it is also for Nigerians, how do you factor most of the people here in Nigeria, knowing the current situation we are having, especially when it has to do with finance, because getting £600 or £200 instantly to pay, it can be a little. I'm not saying it's bad, but it can be a little bit challenging at the moment. So, is there anything, or that is how it has to be?
All right, thank you very much. So the pricing plan is in USD, BBP, CAD, and also Euro. So we don't have the pricing plan in Naira, but we have a separate link for paying in Naira. Okay, so but it's just going to be the equivalent of what the pounds payment looks like, because you're getting the same experience. Okay, now your location is Nigeria doesn't mean you can't be a global talent. It doesn't mean you can't get remote job from Nigeria, right? In my case, the first ever job I got was from Nigeria for a UK company. So sometimes you have to just be well positioned. And not even about me, I have friends who have also gotten jobs from Nigeria. Some of them later got sponsored and all that. And then we have interns who have joined us before from outside of the UK, and some of them got remote opportunities. So we have a lot of people in Nigeria that get remote opportunities. It can be remote opportunity with a company in Germany, in US, in Canada, wherever, right? The most important thing is, do you have a recognizable skill? Do you have a valid work experience that they can say, oh, sure, we can work with this person? Something that just makes you look not just credible, but actually, world class skill wise. Let me put it that way. So whether you're joining from Nigeria or you're in the UK, US, or Canada, this work experience covers it. The reference letter definitely is that of US, UK, and Canada. All right. And that's because Amdari is located in those regions. But if you're joining from Nigeria, it just comes across as, having experience beyond the shores of Nigeria. So, and like I said earlier, we have a lot of people joining from Nigeria. I think Ife, who enrolled, is also in Nigeria. Ife, are you in Nigeria? Because I think you said it one time that you're joining from Nigeria. Okay, I'm not sure if he's still here. Maybe he has left. But I believe Ife is also from Nigeria and he enrolled today. So we have a lot of people from Nigeria that enroll. So you can go with the discount option of, or rather the 3 installments, sorry. Yeah. So, but honestly, that's the payments and the pricing plan that we have at the moment, Emmanuel.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so we look forward to having you, Emmanuel. Hi, AJ. Do you have any question for me? I saw your comment in the chat. Hello, AJ, are you there? Yeah, please go on and speak. Okay, that's fine, Solomon. Please just copy Jennifer's number. She's going to share your details with me. Is this contact on WhatsApp? Yes. Jennifer, please respond to those chats. Solomon, just copy the number and you would be contacted. Needful, I think you joined pretty much every Amdari session. Please tell me you've enrolled, Needful. Have you enrolled or not yet? So while I'm waiting for Needful to respond, hi, AJ. Okay, I'm not sure AJ is here because he's not responding. Hi, Emmanuel, do you want to say something again?
Yeah, sorry, please. Let it not be like taking everyone back or something. I just want to find out something. For each course, I enroll. Okay, let's say I enroll in cybersecurity.
Yeah.
Do I also stand a chance of earning an industry-based certification like CompTIA Plus and CompTIA Network Plus or something? Because from one of the testimonials I saw and the one with the cybersecurity job, I could see most of those certifications highlighted. Or was it that he got that already? It was just brushing up with Amdari to
Gain experience, right?
gain experience at a job, or is it that with Amdari it is also possible to get those industry-based recognized certifications?
Yeah. Okay, so they didn't get it with Amdari, they got it off Amdari. What you get with Amdari is just the support to prepare for those certifications, right? So your team lead is going to work with you. So if you're taking any certification exam while in the internship, you'll be provided with support. But that doesn't come with the experience as the CompTIA certification or the PMP or Plus2. So that's a separate thing that you can do outside of the work experience. So most of them some of them do the certification before the internship, some of them after the internship. It depends on when they meet us. Do you get? Like if they meet us before they've done it, they'll just do the internship. If they meet us after they've done it, so it's a case of, oh, he already has the certification and then did the internship, right? So whatever the case is, work experience actually trumps certification if you want to kind of compare. Is it a nice to have? Yes. Is it a must have? Not like work experience. Work experience is the must have, right? So yeah, just in case, just to clarify, right, this internship doesn't come with certification. Does that answer your question, Emmanuel?
Yes, it does. It does. It does.
All
But
right.
but it can in sorry, but it can the internship can enhance me or can make it quicker for me to
Yeah.
gain this certification, right?
Yes, definitely, because you would have the kind of guidance that would even point you in the right direction. Then the support for either writing the exams or whatever kind of support, honestly. So the internship kind of accelerates that for you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Okay, hi AJ, can you speak now? Hi AJ. So
Oh, can
you're
you hear me?
muted. Okay,
Can you hear
yes,
me
yes,
now? Okay. Good
yes,
evening,
yes.
Omaomi.
Good evening.
Yeah, nice to be here. I
Yeah,
just
thank
wanted to find out one or two things or to clarify one or two things.
you. Mhm.
Yeah, I have experience in data analysis, a bit of experience in business analysis, but the thing is that I didn't take it further. I just left it off the
Okay.
path somehow. So I want to retrain again. That was why I asked for a trusted and reliable partner with Amdari, which you
Okay.
gave me Analytics. I've been seeing
Yeah.
them online for a while, for more than 2 years, but I've not really gotten engrossed with them because I don't really know much about them. So, but
Mhm.
now that you have given me Analytics, I just wanted to find out while I'm training with Analytics, can
Mhm.
I go ahead and do the internship alongside with my training with Analytics? Or
Yeah.
what do you think? What
Okay.
do you advise?
Yeah. So now that you added context to the reason why you requested for a training partner, I don't think
Yeah.
analytics is what you need now. I think what you need
Okay.
is the work experience. You highlighted that you've done it before, you just stopped. We have a
Yeah, I
lot,
did.
like people get stuck in that cycle of learning, and you would think that's not what I'm trying to say. Is the next thing right now is for you to get practical. Don't go through the,
Okay.
the, the process that you've gone through already just because you took a break, then you want to start all over. That's because
Yeah.
this internship comes with training support, right?
Yeah.
And your first week in the program, you will have that brochure, right? Then your team lead also supports you with learning anywhere you need it. So if there is a gap, we definitely
Okay.
make sure that okay, that's it, so that everybody starts on a leveled, playground, and it's not a case of okay, someone is leaving someone behind, everybody is brought up to speed. Apart from everyone being brought up to speed, I don't expect you to remember everything in a week. So that learning support continues. So instead
Yeah.
of paying to enroll in analytics and paying to enroll in Amdari, when you've
Yeah.
already done the training, why not do the internship? So you save yourself that extra cost.
Post.
So
Yeah.
this and yes, and we have crash courses on Amdari. Let me show you. So for you to know that, okay, in fact, let me show you what I mean very, very well. So these crash courses, they are it's like a refresher stuff, right? And
Yeah.
it's for everybody who would say, I took a course, it's been a while. I took a course, I took a course, they didn't cover this part. So this is it. Once you're enrolled, you would see learn on the website, learn, right? You click
Yeah.
on learn and it brings you to this page. You would see right here, just scroll down, these are courses I'm taking, by the way, for test. So just scroll down, you can see them right now. You can filter and say, oh, I just want to take data science course. Oh, I just want to take data analytics course. Oh, project management, GRC, SOC. It's all here. Now let's click on data analytics. This is an example. Let's click on data analytics. It's detailed, it's robust. It's not, oh, let's just give them one or two courses. No. Now, you click on any of the courses here, any. So let's click on Tableau. Okay, 2 lessons in Tableau. You can see all the courses that I scrolled down to. They are all populated. Now see the lessons under Tableau: introduction to Tableau, building blocks of visualization, Tableau visual, blah, blah, blah. And then we have for Tableau for data analytics also. You can expand it, see Tableau functions 1, functions 2, level of, then click on resume. Well, because I have already started this. So it will tell you start course. So once you click on start course, it's going to bring you here. And you would see that the crash courses are from the training partner, Analytics. See, in partnership with Analytics. Can you see it here at the
Yeah.
bottom of my screen? Yeah. So let's scroll up. So the video is coming up. Okay. And you can see resources attached here. You can see the different, see them, documents. So this is it. If I give it sound, so Tableau for data analytics, the course starts.
Welcome to this video. In this one, we're going to
So it just goes on like that. So we have crash courses like this, and it just goes on and on and on and on. And you can watch as many as you want, right? This is just one out of the other ones that you saw. So you don't need to go enroll and pay when you can just do the internship and still have access to crash courses and also the learning support. So it's not like you're learning in isolation, even though you're taking this course, you still get the support from your team lead. Does that help, AJ?
Yes, it does help because the reason why I actually asked, was for one or two of the courses I took, like data analysis, I stopped along the line, and some of the tools that, okay, Excel, I've known Excel for a long, long time, so that's not really an issue for me. But for some of the tools I used in data analysis, I didn't complete them. But like you rightly explained, I believe that by the time I do the internship, I think I can cope. I believe I can cope. So maybe I'll just stick to the internship for the time being and see how it goes.
I actually didn't realize I muted myself. So I said that's fine, okay? That's
Okay.
definitely fine. So
Okay.
if you'd like to secure your spot for the internship, just use the link that I dropped, and you can start with the £200, but if you want to pay in
Okay.
full, you can just do £500. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
And
Okay.
for you to start brushing up your knowledge, since you're trying to also catch up with some things you've not covered, I would even advise you do that. That gives you 4 weeks of
Okay.
of learning. Yeah, that gives you 4 weeks,
Okay.
and then your internship starts on 8. So any other kind of learning support you need, then you can now have one-on-one with your team lead. Do you get?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
Thank
that's
you very
fine.
much.
Thank you so much, me. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so do I have any other question? But guys, in case you don't have a question for me on this call, or a question comes to mind later, or you want to speak to me on a more one-on-one base, right? Smaller circle, smaller, number of people, please use the link that Umi just dropped in the chat to book a clarity call with me. I'm available 1 p.m. every day. My colleague is available 8 p.m. every day. So please use the link and book the clarity call with me. Okay. So I'll take Emmanuel. So if there is no other question from anybody, we will be calling it a close. But please, guys, ensure you fill the attendance form as you secure your spot. I'm seeing some people already enrolling. So please ensure you finish up the enrollment process by filling the enrollment form. So let me take Emmanuel, and then we'll call it a wrap for today. Hi, Emmanuel.
Yeah, hi, Yolumi. Sorry, I think I didn't get something clear on the when you talked about the enrolling stuff. You make mention of when you click on the process make payment, um it takes you to another platform where you have to fill in your details. After filling your details, you have the option to choose the date. Now, that option, please, of that date, is it the date you're making the first payment or the date you're making the second payment?
Okay, that's the date you're making the second payment, where I said you can move it to the end of August, right?
Yes.
Yes, so that's the date you're making the second payment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's okay. Okay, I think I get it now. So I was thinking it's for the first payment. Since you were talking about zero risk free
Yeah,
stuff,
it's the second payment. So just in case you start the program and you see that it doesn't look like what they said it is, you don't need to make the next payment or the third payment. You can just choose to drop off the program. But we're very confident in what we do and what we deliver. So we know that you'd love it, honestly. But just to make people more, reassured that okay, you might have doubts, you might have fears, you can do it like this. So that's why that is there. Right. So yeah.
that's all right. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Okay, so in the absence of any other question, I believe Yusuf doesn't have a question for me. Kufre doesn't have a question. Hasnain, Samuel, Oluwatosi. But thank you all so much. Lakwe, I think Lakwe asked some questions in the chat earlier. Thank you all so much. It's been a pleasure speaking to you all. Please do not forget to fill the